Five Nights at Freddy's, a video game adaptation being turned into a film that is very popular. And my friend Lily, Angel Fox the Fallen Angel, already saw it, so let's talk about Five Nights at Freddy's while we're at it. What's going on, guys? It's your boy Daily Reacts TV here, and welcome back to another movie review. As you guys know, we are talking about Five Nights at Freddy's here, and let me be honest, I am very skeptical about this review. I'm afraid to publish this review, and I'm afraid to give it its score, because you know how picky people are with video game movies, especially looking at the Rotten Tomato scores of this movie, and specifically how many critics who never played Five Nights at Freddy's or don't know the brand like I do hated it. Now let's get into it. So the basic premise of Five Nights at Freddy's follows this 20-year-old named Mac, who basically is dealing with something going on with his brother's death, where his brother was abducted when he was a kid, and he's trying to figure out who his brother was abducted by. Spoiler alert, Matthew Lillard. And basically, his mom died. His dad basically shoved his sister to him, so he has to take care of his daughter. He's losing a lot of, jobs lately. So he basically goes up to this guy, played by Matthew Lillard, and he offers him to go work as a security guard at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. And of course he goes there, he solves some mysteries, and we go with the shenanigans in Five Nights at Freddy's. So, Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm not a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's. Let me be honest. I played the first game, and I just never... I got into it, but as a 15-year-old, I played it. Never finished the game. Now, I am a fan a little bit. I am. Just not a big fan. Like my friend Angel Fox the Fallen Angel, Lily, who's a big, massive fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, who loved this movie. I was very skeptical coming into this, but when I heard Matthew Lillard was in it, you guys know me, as a person who loved him as Shaggy from Scooby-Doo, I had to check this freaking movie out. So basically, we didn't go see it in theaters. It's on Peacock, so it's in theaters and Peacock. I just got finished watching it, by the way. And let me just say, as someone who was not a big fan of Five Nights at Freddy's, I absolutely really had a great time with this movie. It's not as perfect. It's not perfect. The film, it has that video game people, and I don't get it. These movies are getting hated on, where us who played a little bit of the game or haven't played the game at all went in an open mind and think of it as a movie. I hate it when people just say, oh, it's a video game adaptation being turned into a movie. I should hate on this. Uncharted was hated by this. The Last of Us show got adored by a lot of people, but some people hated that show. I'm practically saying that. So coming into Five Nights at Freddy's, again, wasn't a big fan, but Matthew Lillard was in it, and I was like, okay, you sold me on Matthew Lillard. You also sold me on the main casting of the dude who's from Journey to the Center of the Earth, and that one Disney movie, I cannot remember its name, but it was one of my favorite Disney movies as a kid. So I was on board, and we watched it on Peacock. We didn't go see it in theaters because, one, Marquise, the theater I used to work at where I went to go see Saw X and that, I don't feel comfortable going there at the time. I'm waiting to go see Wonka for free. It's pretty accurate, you know? I actually, after watching Five Nights at Freddy's on Peacock, it's both in theaters and Peacock. Quick question, who came up with the name Peacock? Seriously. I came out of this film thoroughly surprised, and bits of this movie is creepy, it is scary, and there was an element in the movie where it gave me Jurassic Park vibes. I'm sorry. First of all, I want to talk about, how well executed the story is. I know, the story's not perfect. It is all over the place. It is like one of those stories you have to understand as a Five Nights at Freddy's fan to watch it again. I have to watch this movie again to understand the story a little bit more, but at least the story made sense. It made more sense to understand it when you watch it as an adult and also as a critic, and also dealing with a character that lost his brother, that got kidnapped during the time and where he's have to look for his brother. You know, it's just stuff like that. Just the story just worked very well, and it just, you know, and the acting by Matthew Lillard in this movie, this dude freaking nailed it out of the park. If they ever do a sequel to Five Nights at Freddy's, I would like to see Matthew Lillard a little bit more, which we'll get into the problem of the film with that part. But other than that, like, you know, Matthew Lillard, I love Matthew Lillard as an actor, and he freaking nailed it out of the park. As the main killer as well, spoiler alert, as the main killer as well, like, we all saw it coming. Like, even as a person who didn't play much Five Nights at Freddy's growing up, I knew Matthew Lillard would be the guy who's on the phone that will be the one saying, hey, the animatronics, blah, blah, blah. I had to rewatch a couple of gameplays from other YouTubers, besides myself. Gamvius, shout out to you, buddy. You know, so understanding the Five Nights at Freddy's lore, you know, and it's just great to see Matthew Lillard take a role like this. Because the last movie he's been a villain in was Scream. And I haven't even seen the Scream movies yet. I'm planning to, though. I am very planning to. I also will like to say that the dialogue between the main character and his sister was very well developed, really well done. You can see the dialogue between these two kind of reminded me of my sister Alyssa and me. You guys remember Alyssa from the vlogs. But the dialogue in this film is so well done with these two. Like, even the sister's she's a little, I can't say it, but she's a little crap. That's all I gotta say. Like, there's moments in this film, the little girl nailed it out of the park, including the main lead. Oh my god, I can't even remember his name. Mark, you guys tell me. I forget easily. You know, I even forgot the little girl's name. I have to watch this movie again, and actually, it's became one of my top 10 favorite movies of 2023. You know, and I was not expecting that. Alright. The horror in this movie is very well executed. There was parts that kept me on the edge of my seat. Very, very happy that they actually kept something good for a movie like this for horror. I mean, basically in the Five Nights at Freddy's game, you're just sitting on the desk, looking at cameras, flickering lights, door shut, all that. It's just one area. It's great. I do want to say that. The animatronic work in this film with Freddy, Chica, Bonnie, Foxy, very well done. I thought they nailed it out of the park, and they did it very, very well done. And there was moments when I was watching this movie, my jaw was just like dropped. Like, the animatronics, they did that so well in this film. Like, Blumhouse, Universal, I applaud you to all of that. Like, you nailed it out of the park. You know, and there is a scene that kind of reminded me of Jurassic Park. There's a scene in this movie where the little girl hides from Foxy, and Foxy's walking. It kind of reminded me of the scene from Jurassic Park where the raptors go into the kitchen while the two kids that were with Alan Grant, you know the scene. If you've seen Jurassic Park, you know what I mean. I did also really like how well, like, this movie's 1 hour long. It didn't feel like that. It felt more like 20 minutes. And I was like, man, it's over already? What the heck? The second guessing I was having in my head, it kind of reminded me how I am with movies. Like, if I'm guessing, like, what's the twist going to be? What's the twist? Very well done. I really do like the cop lady, who is the daughter of Matthew Lillard's character, but she has a change of heart. That is a great character arc, great character development. That's all I gotta say. The only problem I have with this film is that we didn't get much Matthew Lillard. I love Matthew Lillard. Bring me this dude on screen. At least, like, do something like the Jigsaw stuff. I felt like a little bit of Jigsaw could have been added in this, like, twink bit, but, you know. Other than that, Five Nights at Freddy's is a great time. I think these are one of these video game movies that needs more love, just like Uncharted, just like Mortal Kombat. You know, it takes the element what made Five Nights at Freddy's so special to people and brought it into something fresh. And they did that very well in this movie. And I'm very glad to say I had a great time with Five Nights at Freddy's. I am giving Five Nights at Freddy's, and people are going to hate my score, because I know many people didn't like Five Nights at Freddy's. I'm giving Five Nights at Freddy's a 10 out of 10. Mostly because Matthew Lillard just killed it. That's all I got to say. Overall, guys, I would love to know what you guys think of Five Nights at Freddy's. Make sure to sorry. I have to go to bed after editing this video. Let it upload, you know. But overall, I would love to know what you guys think of Five Nights at Freddy's. Tell me in the comments below. Also, my Scooby-Doo Ghoul School review is premiering on Halloween at, I don't know what time I set it on, but when it comes, go watch it. It's going to be worth your time. And then I'll be taking a week off of after Halloween and starting up Spider Week videos, getting those done. You know, I might have to film them later on this week. Later on tomorrow night. But thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to smack the like button, also push the red button, which is subscribe. Turn on your notifications to be notified video I make. And normally I would put my Instagram and my Discord server and my TikTok in the description below, but you know, YouTube took all of that away. So I'm only putting the gaming channel and the Tyler and Bodie channel. Go check those out. And if you want to go on my Discord server, my Instagram, and my TikTok, go on my Daily Reacts gaming channel, click on one of the videos, the newest videos I have on that channel. Go to the link in the description. You go to the Discord server, the Instagram, and the TikTok. As always, I'm Daily Reacts. Take care, you guys. Happy Halloween, by the way.